G'day and welcome to a Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. My name is Trent, aka Laxlime, bringing you an OU battle today against my buddy Chris. As you can see in the team preview, his team totally outclasses mine. I am not a very good OU or UU player, mainly because I bring lower tier stuff to OU battles and it never really works out for me. I straight up lead off with my Rotom, thinking that he was going to send out his Hippowdon as his lead. He doesn't actually, he sends out his Charizard. I actually took this opportunity to go for a Charge Beam, hoping to get a special attack raise from it. However, he switches in Hippowdon. I really didn't predict it. I thought that was a fairly ballsy move, considering a Hydro Pump could one-shot this thing if it is a defensive set, which I'm making that assumption just because of the Venusaur that's sitting in the back there. I do go for the Will-O-Wisp just in case he wants to switch this thing out on the next turn after he set up his rocks. However, he does stay in and takes this Hydro Pump, and he does not take it very well. He gets completely decimated by it, which I was fairly happy about because that gives me, you know, a good step into the game, considering I'm already a bit outclassed by all the pokes that he is running. That Venusaur that's in the back is a really big problem for my team, especially because my what's it called? The Floette is my defensive wall, which will get annihilated by a Sludge Bomb. I am able to switch in my Portobello there. I did get the Volt Switch off, but he did go for the knockoff, which did knock off my Black Sludge, which does cause a bit of a problem. I am able to break through this next confusion, however, get a Giga Drain off and get some decent HP back. It's not really enough, so I do need to get this thing out so I can get the Regenerator up. I need to keep this thing around because it can sort of wall out some of his Pokemon, but the problem is this Charizard is just going to be a big problem anytime that thing touches the field. I do go back into my Rotom, hoping that this Flamethrower won't really do anything. This is actually a mixed defense Rotom. It actually works really well. I've been using it for quite some time, and it always seems to pull me out of a lot of trouble. I knew it was going to switch out then, so I just went straight for the Volt Switch, just to get some momentum on my side, and go into Turbo. Turbo is my Choice Scarf Goodra. I don't think it works very well, but it catches people off guard very often, so it does work in that way. It doesn't have much power behind it. It's sort of lacking a little bit, but it does work. I went for the Dragon Pulse here again, just to see how much it would do. I was actually pretty happy with that damage. However, after looking at that damage from that Sludge Bomb, I'm so used to running specially defensive with Salt Vests and everything. Looking at that damage, I was completely shocked. I had to get out of there. This is pretty much was my win condition. I went into the Ninetales. He's not going to want to stay in for this, so after this move, I went for the Nasty Plot, hoping I could just start sweeping through his team. But the only problem is he makes a very good play and goes into his Dragonite. He can outspeed this Ninetales very easily, unfortunately, so I just get completely owned by that Dragonclaw, I think it was. I do go into my Floette. I know this thing can wall it out with Wishes and Protects. I do run Wish Protect, I think it's Aromatherapy and Moonblast on this thing. The Moonblast is not enough to do much to this Charizard. However, he can't touch me whatsoever, and he knows this after this turn, so he needs to switch out of here, and his smartest play is to go into his Venusaur, which is exactly what he does. I can't really stay around for this. I decided to try to get a Wish off and pass it into my Goodra, who is my win condition. The only problem is I've got nothing else to take out this Venusaur, so I decided to try to stay in and take this thing out as best as I can, hoping that the Wish support will be enough. It's not, unfortunately. I am able to get it down to a fairly good HP, so it's sort of within range to be able to kill later. However, it's not enough, and this Turbo was basically my win condition, so I've sort of sacked that off, which was a pretty bad move on my part. He does go for the Sap Sipper there. I'm not sure what ability he thought I was running, but Sap Sipper works really well on the team with some of the other Pokemon that are weak with grass, so that's why I did put it on. The Heliolisk comes in. This is actually a physical set. It's the first time I've used it. I don't know if it works, and it didn't really work in this battle, but you know, I thought I'd give it a bit of a go. No one sort of expects that. I do bring in my Mungus again just to wall out, but as soon as it hits the field, we bring that Charizard back in, and I can't really do much to that. I do take it out, go into my Rotom. I was wondering when this guy was going to Mega Evolve. I was pretty certain that he had the Y just because of his team build. I was shocked how much this flamethrower did in the sun. I couldn't believe how much that did. It's a clean 2 hits, and it's meant to be resisted. So I only had a choice to sack this thing. Hopefully go into my Heliolisk and go for the Wild Charge to hopefully kill this thing. It is enough to take it out. However, I do have dry skin on this thing, so I'm taking quite a lot of damage after every turn from that. And plus the recoil, it's just not going to work out. For some reason I hard switched here. I don't know why. I should have went for the U-turn to get some further damage off. It would have put me in a little bit of a better position, but it didn't change the outcome of the game whatsoever. The Giga Grains aren't really doing too much, but it's giving him enough to sort of sustain, unfortunately. So the Sludge Bomb does come through. His next Sludge Bomb that he does is just such a close. It's come down to 2 HP. I was so glad I lived that, because this one's going to take him out. Like, I'm so glad that thing's done, but I don't know how I'm going to come back from this, basically. I did go back out into the Floette. I'm pretty confident that I can Wish sort of protect this thing away, depending on the other moves that he's got. He's obviously realizing that. That's why he did switch out. I do go for the Wish Protect here, just to sort of get some more HP back, because I'm sort of struggling here. He does go for an awesome play at this point. This was pretty much his winning play. Knocking off the Aviolite is just going to ruin me for the rest of the game. If I did have this on, I had a chance of surviving this Earthquake. So I could have wished and protected and come back a little bit and sort of worked out where I could go from there. However, since that's gone, he can just sweep through my team. He's just getting the broom out and just sweeping it up, taking me off the stage. This Wild Charge does absolutely nothing. I was sort of hoping he'd do a little bit more than that, but he had his multi-scale intact as well there. So I get taken out by this Earthquake. It is a critical hit, just to rub the salt in. But, you know, I lost, but Chris is a very good player. I don't mind battling him. Hopefully I'll be able to get him a rematch in an NU tier or lower than that, because that's sort of where I sit. Hope you liked the battle today, and thanks for sticking around till the end. If you would like to battle me, you can add me on Twitter. My link is in the doobly-doo, or you can leave a comment below. Also, subscribe if you'd like to see more of this, and leave a like if you're feeling it. Thanks again for watching. Peace.